I must relocate to Canada. Be it today, be it tomorrow, be it next year, I must be in Canada. Why some will be like, you know what? I'm leaving. Absolutely, I'm leaving Canada. Do you want to know why? That's what another says, that one man's food is another man's poison. Okay, so if this video is what interests you, kindly watch this video to the end and then what? Subscribe. Yeah, it hurts, but it could always hurt a little more. One thing you have to bear in mind is that some of those immigrants did not just wake up one morning to think about leaving. Okay, something must have triggered their decision that made them to leave. And one of these is employment difficulties. Hmm. Hmm. As a new immigrant or an immigrant in Canada, sometimes it's a little bit difficult getting jobs, especially when you have um, international experiences. You know, you don't. There's no Canadian experience or even your educational qualification that does not align with the job market in the country is a very big challenge for immigrants in Canada. For instance, some students I know I know a lady that finished the college here in Canada, though she came in with the kids and all of that. She has to go back to Africa because the job market is not favorable for her. Yeah, it's also the cost is also one of the factor, you know. So when you come into Canada and at the end of the day you must have studied some courses that are not relating to what is not related to the job market, rather, you know, it's really affects them, or it really affects those people. And at the end of the day, we'll be like, oh, what am I here wasting my time paying rent, you know, where I'm not getting a job and all of that, you know, it's a bit, or will I say, is depressing. So sometimes they will be like, let me just take a bold step and leave because the country is not favorable for me. Yeah, exactly. So another factor that also contributes to this decision is high cost of living. I know people in Africa will be like, oh, there's high cost of living, there's inflation. And it's also happening in Canada. There's high cost of everything, both housing, both groceries, so many things, you know. So people will be like, you know, at the end of the day, you would get some money, you know, all those money are being spent in so many things that are high. You can't even have a savings, you know, or even if you're having a savings, just a little or quarter of it. So sometimes these issues makes people to take that bold decision that what am I doing here? The best thing to do is just to look for affordable country or go back to my home country and live. Okay? Even if you're, I want to say something. Even if you're going back to your home country, right? I know moving back to your home country, maybe you don't have a job, you're just coming back from Canada and all, it's also going to be favorable. I'm not judging their decision. You understand what I'm saying? Because in Africa now, I know things are costly, everything is high. You know, you coming in from Canada to Nigeria, for instance, is also the same thing. You know, so I think this is everywhere. So I think what they are doing, maybe they'll just look research on other countries that they can move to that is more affordable and all, where housing is cheap. So another factor is high tax rates. The more you earn, the more tax you pay. So there are a lot of taxes to pay here in Canada. A lot. A lot of them. You pay for this, you pay for that, you pay for mortgage, you pay for this, everything, insurance, so many things. So many things. So sometimes they feel overwhelmed that no, I can't continue like this. So another factor is harsh weather. Canada is extremely cold, extremely cold. And depending, and they are long. I think in Canada, the winter is there's long duration of winter than that of summer and all. So people that are from warm countries, when they migrate here, some of them don't adapt. They'll be like, I can't stay. This is it's too cold for me. But some of us that have adapted can still do it, not a big deal. But some people that have lived in a country that is so warm and all of that, coming here is an issue for them because the winter is something else. Honestly speaking, is something else. You will enjoy this country during summer. You'll be like, oh, this is good. But during winter, hmm, is hell, honestly. So another one too is loneliness and isolation. I found out that lots of Africans, when they come here, they'll be like, who is this? Who is that? Even to communicate with you or even to greet you when you try to embrace that, oh, these are your people. The way they will even carry themselves, you'll be like, what's going on? That's why sometimes coming here alone, maybe as a single person, is I don't even know how to put it. It's not easy. Okay. So those young ladies, those young men, sometimes I pity them because it's not easy. So a lot of things are going on whereby to even make friends here is difficult. Your friends back home, everybody will be carrying shoulders that you've left. At the end of the day, you'll be the one making so many things will be coming up their head. You will not be communicating with anybody. It's just from work, and even people at work are not your friends. You need to be very careful of people that you associate with, so that you know what you are saying, because you can just say something thinking that you're friends while you are not. At the end of the day, you end up in your manager's office. So everybody is very careful not to make friends, or not to make friends at work that will put them in trouble. When you come back to communicate with people around, it's difficult to look for people. It's not easy. It's not, honestly, it's not easy. So another big challenge that is making people to leave Canada is immigration and legal status. A lot of people are passing through a lot in terms of becoming permanent residency in Canada. A lot of them, a lot is going through that depression of getting their permanent residency. It's not easy, right? It's not easy. Some have waited. At the end of the day, it will not be granted. So many issues will come up. Because why I knew about this was the way testimonies goes to my church every first Sunday. People will be like, I'm happy. My this was granted. My PR was granted. My citizenship was. You'll be like, oh, this is happening. You think that, oh, if I relocate to Canada, it's easy for me to get PR. It's not easy. A lot of people are going through a lot concerning this immigration stuff. And if your status is not active, you can't work, you can't do anything. So it's a little bit difficult for those people. So I would advise, if before you come into this place, please make research very well, because immigration stuff is not even easy to get in Canada. A lot of people are moving from one place to the other because of this issue. Please don't put yourself in a tight corner. Make sure that before you come here, you have another way to find your way to get your PR and feel okay, because getting your PR, you just relax. You know that, oh, that one is bygone. You face other challenges that are coming, but you don't have a status, you cannot work, because before you work in Canada, they will ask you your work permit. Do you have work permit? Are you a permanent resident? Are you a citizen? Those three things, employers will want to know if you have them intact. Without those things, you can't be able to work. Another one too is health challenges. Yeah. Health care in Canada is free, but the long are waiting for specialists. Maybe you have one issue or the other, waiting for doctors on the log row is not easy. It's not. People will be like, what am I going to do? I have a chronic this and that. You can't even see doctor as it's not easy as we have it back home, that with your money, when you just pay, you see the doctor, they prescribe drugs for you, you go home, you start taking your drugs, or when there's emergency, or no, although emergency, they used to handle emergency very well, but when you have minor issues, or you have something that is, so far is not emergency, my sister, my brother, you're going to wait though. It's not easy. So some people will be like, no, what if something happens? This one, they will just take their leave. That's it. Then another point is better family support. You know, people that have raised that have given birth to their children or kids in Canada, after some certain age, they will take them back home, for them to get familiarized with their culture and everything, and also train them the way they want. Because here you can't, back for any child. So they are they're also, afraid of, doing whatever. So they want to inculcate that culture and all of that to their kids and take them back home. Some people will be like, oh, later they want them to go to university, or they want them to go to secondary school in their home country because of So that is it. So that is it for now. So and why some will be like, oh, let me go back to my aging parents. I need to stay close to them. I need to take care of them, and so many things. So that's the reason why people are leaving.